Do you have the endurance to become a K-pop idol? How much pain can your body take before it reaches its limit? Whether it's sliding or falling on a slippery wet stage, performing on an unsteady platform in front of fans, hiding the fact that it can collapse any minute, or falling victim to improper training that causes you bodily harm. The environment and obstacles in which these idols have to endure on a daily basis are often met with sacrifices to their well-being. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Theories, and if you're new here, welcome to Midnight Theories. This video is an extension to my Dangers in K-pop video, where I discuss the show must go on mentality and whether or not idols performing while injured is abuse or professionalism. During the release of Super Junior's second studio album in 2007, the 13-member ensemble released their lead single Don't Don't. This rock/R&B track was filled with a combination of heavy guitar riffs, percussion patterns, and featured an electronic violin solo. Various raps and some scream-like vocals accompanied the song to drive focus to the rock influences, but proved to be vocally harmful to one of its singers. Heechul was assigned one of the song's more vocally challenging parts, where he was to shout out the group's name Super Junior. After successfully recording his part for the first time, the singer was praised by the song's composer, which gave him the confidence and energy he needed to perform it live. The singer, full of vigor, waited eagerly to perform his part for the first time and belt out a scream as hard as he could. Not being taught or properly trained how to scream damaged his vocal cords, which made the blood vessels in his vocal cord or vocal fold to rupture. This led Heechul to cough out blood after every Don't Don't performance. During one of the rehearsals for this song, you can see in one instance of this actually happening. I will be showing the clip, so if you're uncomfortable with the sight of blood, please skip to the time on the screen. It seems like BTS has seen and experienced all the world has to offer and has shared many of their experiences with their fans, including their hardships, which can rarely be observed. These 7 men have put on theatrical and exhilarating performances in front of millions of people all over the world. During their 2019 performance in Thailand for their Love Yourself tour, the members experienced a dangerous setback on stage. This was their last tour date, and the boys were ready to end it with a bang. The concert started strong with thunderous screams, intense performances, and a stadium of light sticks shining so bright that even the sun itself would be envious. Towards the middle of their concert, BTS didn't perform much of their intense choreography that they're known for. The crowd assumed that it was due to weather issues since it did start to rain, but this didn't stop the show from being any less enjoyable. The true reason behind the restrained performance was revealed during their Break the Silence docuseries released in 2020. Unbeknownst to the life-threatening situation taking place just feet away, a symphony of cheers filled the stadium as their attention was focused on the stage. During their set, BTS performed Idol, which requires jumps and powerful choreography and is amplified by a few dozen backup dancers. To say silence was the only thing they were breaking would be an understatement. Under their feet, the stage was slowly starting to collapse due to the weight and pressure, which alerted the staff. A myriad of emotions clouded their better judgment as the staff rushed underneath the stage and risked their lives to keep the stage up with their bare hands as the other members of the staff tried to apply support beams. The stage was eventually fixed, but the staff insisted BTS not to perform their choreography any further. After the scene aired, the staff were praised for keeping the boys safe, and the boys were congratulated for their professionalism. But in that moment, they put everyone in that stadium at risk. The situation could have escalated, or worse, turned deadly. Heejun, from the iconic 90s boy group h.o.t, once revealed he was almost paralyzed in the lower half of his body due to a fall in his early h.o.t days. During IAP promotions, Heejun experienced a 3-meter fall on stage that almost caused him to give up dancing for the rest of his life. The rain had been pouring on the day of their concert, which led Heejun to slide and eventually slip on a puddle while he was running on stage. Muses at the time suggested he get down from stage and rest, but Heejun begged Lee to let him perform. The idol sought medical attention after the show and headed to the hospital where the doctors told him he required surgery. However, he would be able to walk but not dance after getting it done. There's also a 50% chance that his lower body could get paralyzed after the surgery. h.o.t album. Seeya was a trio that debuted in 2006 under Core Contents Media, which would later be rebranded as MBK Entertainment just that year. Before I show the next clip, I will be showing a clip of a backup dancer having a seizure, so if that makes you uncomfortable, I suggest you skip to the time on the screen. I also implore you not to search up the clip if you are sensitive to flashing lights, because it is intense and continues throughout the entire stage. The performance began with flashing lights, dancing around the set as the trio and their backup dancers took the stage. Everything was going as practice up until the second half of the song, where the performance led into a dance break with continuous flashing lights so intense that it caused one of the backup dancers to collapse and triggered an epileptic seizure. According to the Epilepsy Society UK, around 1 in 100 people have epilepsy, and of these people, around 3% have photosensitive epilepsy. This is when seizures are triggered by certain rates of flashing lights or contrasting lights and dark patterns. For 30 seconds, the dancer laid on the floor convulsing as everyone in the studio watched. In those seconds, the backup dancers looked concerned for their fellow colleague, and you could see them question if they should stop and help or continue their performance. Even the members of Seeya witnessed this while changing formation. It took just one backup dancer to leave her formation and check on the other girl trying to pull her off stage for the staff to finally rush in and drag her out of sight, guilty for not helping her. Though, if we look at the clip again, at least 2 of the members briefly glance at the dancer on the floor. There was speculation that the singers did not stop their performance because they didn't want to be caught lip-syncing, which was already pretty common in that era, or they were afraid they would be punished by their management if they stopped. In 2016, MBK Entertainment's girl group Daya was performing their single, Mr. Potter, at the Blue Star concert. The stage was small compared to the number of members on stage that one of the members, Huihyeon, accidentally fell 2 meters in the middle of their performance. Two of her members witnessed the fall and stopped performing to check on her. Just a few seconds later, the choreography calls for the members to turn around, which is when the rest of the members saw what was happening. Confused if they should stop the performance or continue, the idol stands up and gets back on stage. MBK Entertainment later released a statement stating the idol was complaining that she was feeling pain while going back to the car, so they sent her to the hospital. They further updated their fans that she broke one of her legs and bruised her tailbone due to the fall. While this next incident didn't happen on stage, this situation further demonstrates the show must go on mentality of some of these companies. During 9 Muses' rookie days, the girls were involved in a car accident. Due to the accident, 5 of the 9 members were quickly transferred to the hospital for suspected injuries. The group's representative reassured worried fans that the members were quickly sent to the hospital and took x-rays. After receiving the results, the examination showed that the girls were not in any serious condition. However, it seemed that the girls had been shaken up by what happened. The aftermath was recorded on the camera for the group's documentary.
바닥에 엉덩이만 내려가고 다리는 올라가 있어요. 몸이 접혀 있었어요. 그 상태에서 막 튕겨진.
The group had the dream concert right around the corner and were at the hospital worrying if they could perform on stage rather than focusing on their current mental health and physical status. Straight out of the hospital, the group were back in the studio rehearsing, some more visibly hurt than the others, covered in bruises, bandages, and an arm brace with their condition only worsening.
진통제 맞으면서 살아 있던 사람들이야.
The members were able to recover in between the time of the accident up until the dream concert where they were able to perform. So, do you have what it takes to become a K-pop idol? These type of situations are more common than we think and come in various forms, which I have barely scratched the surface. So let me know, what other close calls have these idols come across that I didn't mention here? And with that being said, thank you for watching and enjoy your stay.